Hey everybody, this is James Pelton. I hope you are having just a wonderful Tuesday. I hope your week's going great. We are here with Matt. We're going to be talking about this is a little different than most of the projects that I have on. There's a little bit different. We'll kind of show you what we have for you today. What I need from you in the audience as we're waiting for people to hop on and all these things, I need you guys to hit the like button is kind of the main thing. And again, that's free. There's not really any reason to not do it. So please hit the like button. And then as we're going, if you have questions or if you want to direct the conversation in some way, one of the advantages of doing this live is we can take your feedback and we can direct things as you guys want them to go to make the best, most engaging content that you've ever seen. So I am here with Matt. Matt, could you start us out by just introducing yourself, a little bit of your background, and then we will dive into the project.
Absolutely. James, first off, thank you so much for having me on. Excited to be here and tell everybody more about MAJR and what we're building for the creator community. So my name is Matt Berkland. I'm the founder of MAJR DAO. And we build blockchain technology that leverages video to empower content creators and their audiences, which is a big thing that I want to get across. And I've been in, my background is, if you saw me on the streets of New York a couple of years ago, you asked me, I'd say I'm a video guy. I've worked in my traditional career was working at places like Hulu back when they were laptop only, building technology and products, bringing those to market. And then I went over to the YouTube space where I helped work directly with content creators at a company called Studio 71, where we work with some very premier content creators, Logan Paul, Lily Singh, a lot of family channels. And that's where I led our monetization, distribution, programmatic strategy, and really got a feel for how the creator economy works, how the economics, the value flows, if you will. And this was right around 2016, where I got into crypto, met some really great people at Burning Man. And this was during a time where I was trying to figure out, when is our internet moment, right? So my ear was to the ground. And once I heard about Bitcoin for the third time, I think everybody experiences that, I just got completely obsessed, dove in, and was later that guy in the office telling everybody like, hey, let's put Bitcoin on the balance sheet. What's our NFT strategy? This was back in 2017. And I've been obsessed with the blend or the combination of video and blockchain ever since. And I see video as essentially the bridge to help bring people into the digital asset ecosystem, but also to provide financial security and economic security for everybody. Everybody watches video, right? And so I think it's a good mix.
Yeah, at least everybody here watches video because you're watching it right now. And Matt, you're really moving up in the world. Used to work with Logan Paul. Now you're working with James Pelton. So it's good to see you kind of going to the next level, escalating that content a little bit. So,
well, you know what? It's all good. Content creators are, I give a lot of credit to all the content creators. I think you guys make making content easy, right? It is not easy. It's very difficult. It's a full-time job. And so anything I can do to help is kind of why I'm building the company and the project that we are.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to talk about this. Again, you use so many, passive income, crypto, YouTube, video. I mean, we're basically the same person, you and me. So I'm excited to talk about that. I do want to welcome Funny Turo. Good to see you. John, RX Rob, Daniel, Martin, Chance, Justin, Nicoletta. I appreciate all you guys and appreciate you just coming day after day and watching what I think is cool and what I'm seeing around. So Matt, maybe you could start us off by just giving I call it an elevator pitch of what it is that you're trying to build with MAJR DAO and what is the ecosystem like? Just kind of give people an idea of what it is.
Yeah, MAJR DAO, put it simply, is a Web3 economic platform for content creators and their audiences. And at the core, the foundation of MAJR DAO is a simple and easy to use treasury management tool and system, because it's all the economics that flow across our different applications and our different NFTs or whatnot goes into the DAO treasury, which is shared by the members. So, you know, everybody in the crypto space is trying to work on their marketing pitch. You know, do we say Web 2 stuff or do we say Web 3 stuff? Put simply, it's a membership for creators and their audiences. And we've built different tools to help drive economic value, such as the passive income tool, which we'll talk about later, to help, one, drive new members, but also drive value to our users and our members.
Okay. Nope. Very good. No, that makes a lot of sense. So maybe let's get into some specifics. So can you talk about, I like to just kind of go in the order that the website has it in, but you can feel free to audible if you want to. But can you tell us about what is this extension? Is this like, should everybody go install this right now? What exactly does this do and what's the idea behind it?
Yeah. So back when I was at the creator company, we had this thing around brand safety. I don't know if you were in the YouTube space around then, but it was a big deal. Big brands were spending a lot of money on YouTube, but they were running into weird, creepy, all types of, you know, not great video, right? And what we did is we leveraged human beings to scrub our entire video library to make sure it's brand safe. And this is when I was getting into crypto. And so the idea behind the browser extension, one, it connects wallets to YouTube and allows viewers and creators to earn ETH and now our digital token. And the original idea was that we're going to provide, you know, rather than have just a passive experience for viewers, we're giving them an opportunity to, am I breaking up?
No. You sound good. Nope. Perfect.
Okay, great. We're giving them an opportunity to provide value, right? And we started with this idea around video curation, right? So each viewer is an expert in their own right, whether you're watching a lot of golf videos, cooking videos, fitness videos, you know, economic videos, right? You know a good video when you see one. And so we wanted to give viewers an opportunity to become curators, almost micro influencers, and add value by spotlighting really great content for the community, tagging it up with tags. And in the process of just using the extension, they were essentially earning points, and our top points holders would earn ETH if they were a member of MAJR DAO. And the way that we fund that ETH is through growth in membership sales. And we send the majority of all of our membership sales back to the community, to our users, and to the treasury. And so this was the original idea for the browser extension, one, to monetize your existing viewership. And it's got all these other tools in there as well. But, you know, what we've found out over the last 3 or 4 months is not everybody wants to just do things to earn. Maybe your audience does, right? But the main reasons why people are involved in crypto is they want to have fun, just like anything. You go to any of these different communities and, you know, these in real life get-togethers and meetups, and they just want to belong, right? So a very human emotion, but they really just want to have fun with people that are like them. And so the reason why we set out for the browser extension is rather than recreate another YouTube from scratch, we wanted to leverage the existing video platform and really just give viewers and creators a tool to innovate and drive economic value. And so we're shifting away from just straight up earning to this video contest, which will utilize the existing extension. There'll be a whole UI update that's in the works, but that's to really make it more fun. And James, please jump in and cut me off because I tend to ramble.
You're a monologuer.
I'm trying my best. I really am. My team's always telling me to shut up, but please just jump in.
No, okay. No, I appreciate that. I don't usually interrupt people because I'm like, you know what? My audience hears enough of me. They're here to hear somebody else. So I like hearing you talk. Maybe you can kind of walk us through how this extension works. So again, I'll post this link. This is for anyone. They can go install this extension, right? It's free.
Yeah, it's free to use.
Okay.
It's in the Google Web Store, so anybody can go and download it. And we're right now, you should be able to just, if you have a MetaMask, you can definitely connect. You can start curating videos and earning points if you're a free user, but we have an incentive system in here that you run out of utility, if you will, if you're a free user. And so you are incentivized to buy a membership. And this is how you earn.
So
But like we said, we're shifting away from that, and we want to be more Web 2 focused. And so this week, you'll be able to log in with a Gmail, Discord, or Reddit, and all these other different accounts that most people have rather than a wallet. And then we'll also have more wallets available too. And so those are getting live as we speak. And so then you connect and you're off. And and so we can go to the next thing if you want.
Yeah. Can you kind of show us how this works? So again, I installed this extension, and then if you guys don't know how to do it, there's really good instructions, but you can pin it then, so then it always shows up here. So it's this red one. Kind of looks like an Ethereum gas one that I have also. But you click this. So I have a video here. This is a recent video that I had. So can you kind of walk us through what exactly does somebody do on the extension here?
Okay, great. And so, yeah, with the browser extension, you always want to pin it. And then there's another way to really use it is create a keyboard shortcut. So wherever you are on the internet, you can just pop open the extension, go right to a high quality video that the community curated, and then essentially start earning. And so for right now, you've got your video up. It's a really good video. It looks like you're talking about crypto payments. And so we have two functionalities in the current extension. Is one, it's tagging. And so when you tag this video, you can type in crypto, you can probably type in payments, whether it's on Ethereum, maybe it's for investors or students, beginners, experts. What we're trying to do is add metadata on top of your video that one could later be used for maybe advertising sales to drive value into the treasury back to our users. That was the original idea and still is. And then we have a spotlight feature. And so tags are really like, what's the video about and who's it for? Those are what tags are used for. And then we have spotlights. And so the spotlight is a one-click curation button that essentially highlights the best video that you're watching. So free users have 3 spotlights per week. They've got about 10 or 20 tags. You tend to use 3 to 4 tags per video. And then that is your basic curation right there. So you've pulled that in into our personal feeds. And so when you're going through the onboarding system, you'll set up a profile, who you are, what are you interested in? And so you'll have a more personalized experience. And then as you're curating, you're earning XP, which stands for expertise points. And this is just our accounting system for who are our top users and how are we going to reward them with their earnings, because they're doing work. And so I want to be very careful with my language here, because it's not just rewards, right? You've got to do something, you've got to work. And so you're earning using this extension. And so you can see the top users here that have been using the extension. You go to the explore page and see what these are, all this top spotlighted videos that people are using there. And then you can personalize your feed. And then you can see what you've been curating on the My Collections page. And so that's the basics for the extension for curating videos. And the idea here is give the users a tool. Viewers are really one of the largest. They are the largest audience within a video transaction, right? Viewers, creators, platform, advertisers. And so by leveraging scale in the viewers and giving them a tool to earn, we can really create a nice flywheel to drive economic value into the shared treasury. So here I go again.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. One question from Ken, is this extension available on other browsers like Firefox?
So it's only available on Chromium browsers. So that's Chrome, Opera, and Brave. And so all the other browsers make it very difficult to build an extension, especially if you're using wallets. And so those are the 3 browsers that we're sticking with at the moment. Most people use 1 or 2, and we've got to focus. Can't be across everything right now.
Yeah, nope. He who chases 2 rabbits catches neither. That's a Russian proverb. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. So you're watching videos. I think that's a good idea to add a keyboard shortcut, because then you can just pull it up, and it's almost like you want to get in the habit of, hey, I'm watching a video, I pull this up. And just like you said, add the tags. If this was a really good video, you can spotlight it, and all those things add this XP. What can we do with the XP? So people are doing this work, they're curating videos. You mentioned you can kind of, one benefit is you can see curated videos here. What do people do with the XP here?
Right. So XP is a virtual accounting token, right? It's not a token, but what it does is it delivers and rewards, or essentially our top users earn XPS, and that is an ERC20 token. And that is distributed to our top users according to who are the top users and who are the ones who did less work over the week. So we do payouts every single week. And our top members can still earn ETH. So that is a big thing that since we launched, we've returned or rewarded users with over $20,000 of ETH. But this ETH mechanism really only works if we grow. And so what we do is reward our other users with our token, which is an ERC20 token, but it's non-transferable. And that's important for a lot of different reasons on your go-to-market strategy if you're ever trying to launch a token. And we can get into that, but I'll pause there.
Yeah. No, that's good. And audience, I want to hear from you guys. Is this something that you would do? Because it is a little bit extra work than what you're normally doing. But like you said, you get rewarded for it. Can you maybe talk through the economics of the rewards? I think that's what is probably going to, perk people's ears a little bit is, well, how much type of money can I make? Like if I'm doing this on every single video every day that I watch, what are the potential rewards? Maybe talk us through that a little bit more.
So back before we switched to XPS as being the main reward token. And so if we continue to grow like we have been doing, ETH is one of the best parts about earning. And so I'll give you a few examples. The average user watches around 9 videos per day. And so our top users were curating videos on a weekly basis and watching about 5 videos per day. And they were earning about $50 to $150 of ETH per week. And so now as we switch to in ETH plus our ERC20 token, these ERC20 tokens, they're not liquid right now, but if the members vote to move it to the secondary market, it's ready to go. And so it's really going to be up to a governance decision by our members. And that has a fixed cap supply. And you're able to not only just earn by using the extension, if you have a MAJR ID, which is our membership cards, you can start staking those and ordering and earning that way as well. And then if you go back to the extension real quick, James, I'll show you the coolest thing here, and it's really about the passive income stream. So hit that Get ETH button, right? And so this is our way to grow, and this is also a way for creators like yourself to leverage your large audiences, but for anybody to earn ETH. And so this is called a hyperlink. And this hyperlink is a custom piece of technology, Web3 referral technology that's connected to our smart contract. And every time somebody connects their wallet to our platform, whether it's our dashboard, which we should go over next, or the extension, you generate your own unique hyperlink. And this hyperlink is shared across all social media, text, or whatever. And it's essentially directing people to our membership. And every time somebody mints a membership token, which is an NFT, it's at a set price. You can mint as many as you want. And 25% of that mint is sent directly to your wallet. But the kicker here is you've actually connected their wallet with your wallet. And so you don't get credit just the first time that you receive or help promote or grow the overall membership, but you get credit every time that person mints in the future. 25% of that ETH is going instantly to your wallet. And so it's this forever passive ETH income stream that's pretty unique and is a great way to, one, hey, if you just want to share and promote and the membership that you're part of, right, to grow the overall treasury, go for it. You never have to talk to our team or anybody to get paid. Everything's on chain and happens automatically.
Okay. No, I love that. So yeah, let's talk through the other, because that takes you that link. Let's see where it takes you to the Mint, correct? So yeah, maybe let's go through the other aspects that you have here. Let's talk about the membership. So what is the membership? I think that extension, that makes a lot of sense. Everybody can go do that. It's absolutely free. So I'd recommend, if you're watching this, go download that extension and you can just kind of get started messing around with it. Tell us about the membership and how that's different than the free extension and what that gets you.
Yeah. So the membership is our basic membership. It's really what a DAO is, right? A DAO is a fancy word for a membership that is owned by token holders that all control a treasury. And so that's the language that we're using because we've got to adopt for Web2 users. But when you're a member and you own one of these MAJR ID tokens, one, it gives you additional benefits within the application and in the extension. So it gives you currently more spotlights, more tags, so essentially more earning potential. It's also your governance token. And so we have fair voting, which is a way of saying the voting power is determined by the square root of the number of IDs or membership cards that you have. And that allows you to vote on how we allocate the treasury, how you vote on the distribution from the mint, and some other cool features. And then finally, staking. And so this is how you can stake to earn the XPS token, which is currently non-transferable, but who knows what happens in the future. And so those are the basic utilities of that. And so once we rotate into the creator video contest, which is going to be the main use case for the extension, those membership cards, MAJR IDs, will give you more votes. And voting is the best way that you can earn XP and XPS in the extension, but also support your favorite creators like James.
Yeah, that sounds good. I like being supported. That's kind of nice. Is this voting and things like that? Is that take place? Do you guys have a Discord, or where's that voting all going to take place?
Go back to the dashboard. And so what we've done is what we've tried to do is really simplify governance, right? Governance is a mess and it doesn't work at scale. And so why are we building technology that actually makes more work for people to govern? Like, the whole point in my vision for how this technology should work is it should enable economies of scale, right? And we want people actually using the technology, not just chatting on Discord or talking about random proposals, right? We want to make it simple, and we want to give our users a really inclusive and easy experience about how to vote on how the project moves forward, right? And so if you go back to the governance page, which is right there, this is what we call the canon, and it is a preset monthly decisions. And so we have 4 preset decisions at the moment. And so it's the core asset allocation. So how do we want to diversify the assets in the treasury? And so every time somebody mints a MAJR ID or our upcoming creator ID, the ETH goes into the treasury, a portion of it. The majority of it goes to creator earnings for the creator IDs and our application users. And so this is how we're essentially using ETH as the main incentive mechanism, but this is how we fund the treasury. How much ETH do we want to stake from last month's mint to earn a yield? And so you can see we've made it really, really easy. One, for everybody to know, hey, when is governance going to be live? It's the last week of every 4 weeks. And so they all know when it is. They all can come. They know how to vote. They know what they can vote on. And of course, if somebody wanted to submit a general proposal, they can. But what we want to do is make it inclusive, because if you look at the way that other DAOs are run, it tends to only favor the people that are hardcore, that have the most voting power. And it's just, who wants to read a bunch of text and a bunch of proposals? And so we've tried to make it a really easier user experience.
Okay, very cool. And can you just briefly explain what these other ones? So those 2 made a lot of sense. What are these other 3, 4 things?
Yep. So the DAO Mint is our members can control what percentage of the ETH goes to the DAO treasury versus our user rewards. And so this is a way for them to throttle the incentive mechanism, right? Do we want to make it 20%, which it currently is now, or should we go up to 40%, which essentially adjusts how much ETH is going to the earning mechanism for our users? And so that is for them to throttle the incentive mechanism there. And then the NFT floor sweep is something that we thought would be really fun and a way for us to engage with other communities. And another incentive for other communities to become members, because let's face it, everybody watches YouTube, everybody watches video, that everybody's posting content about their community. And so what we've done is the floor sweep takes 25% of the remaining part of the ETH from last month's mint, and we can go sweep the floor of some of these other NFT projects. We don't have that much capital in the treasury now, but theoretically, we could be able to sweep the floor of some very prominent projects, and not that those aren't prominent, but you know what I'm saying. And one, it brings in more communities, and it also brings in different IP that our community can leverage. And then you've got a general proposal. So if people wanted to submit any RFPs, that's where they would go. And if you open the member request for proposal, we've made it really clean, really simple for you to say, hey, this is, I think we should have this asset in the core asset allocation, or we should do this and that. And that's how it works. So
okay, that's very cool. It's pretty unusual to have a DAO that is this clear about how you can affect things in the DAO. Like there's a lot of DAOs. I'm part of a lot of DAOs, but usually I have no idea how to vote, how to do anything that the DAO's doing. So this is probably the most clear DAO that I've ever seen of like, hey, here's what you can do. Here's how you vote. So I think that's really cool.
And James, I'd love to hear back from you and your other users as a creator on what governance decisions do we want to have in here? Because here's what I hear from a lot of individuals in the feedback. It's too crypto, right? It's too Web3. Why should I care about how much the membership should stake, right? And so, we have some interesting ideas around like, let's crowdfund different creative categories or different creators, right? Let's create content. Let's buy content. The other thing is let's crowdfund real estate, right? So but what are some simple things that we could add in there? We'd love to hear back from feedback, because we are literally going to do a facelift on the dashboard and almost strip all of the crypto stuff out of it to make it more consumer friendly, more Web 2, because we're so early in this space. It's crazy. And so we need to make it more user friendly and less Web 3, but it looks pretty dope.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of DAOs that could learn from just this, this alone, this page alone. I think there's a lot of DAOs that could benefit from that. So again, how can, just looking at feedback from the audience and things like that, how can people kind of think through, okay, it costs a little bit to mint and it's not very much. If you go to the mint page, 0.01 Ethereum. So, I mean, it's about as cheap as it could possibly be. How can people think about, well, how will this benefit me? How will this make me money if I do purchase a membership? Like, how is that better for me than just the extension that I'm using? Just kind of, how should somebody think through that?
Yeah. So, I mean, if you go to the earn tab, so right below at the very bottom here, you can calculate. We put a really nice calculator in here to type in your distribution. So for all the creators watching, they can type in how many people they likely reach, and then their conversion rate. The average user tends to spend or have around at least 10 major IDs. And so if they purchase 10 major IDs, that's still less than the average amount that they spend on an NFT on OpenSea. So the average spend is around $200 for your audience. And so you can calculate how much you could earn by sharing and promoting the membership. You don't even have to be a member to get access to this link. And so this is one way that you could earn immediately. And once again, once you connect somebody to your wallet, they're connected. And so every time that they mint in the future, and the incentives are voting power, staking earnings, right? And more utility within our extension, you'd be earning, right? And that happens automatically. And so that's like one of the coolest things that we've done. And then through staking. So if you're a member, you get to vote on how a treasury gets allocated for with your favorite content creators, right? And so here is where we're trying to bring them together rather than just have content creator over here, audience over here. You know, we identify with content. You know, I think there's these content-based communities that are really deep into for our identity, right? And so I think bringing them together with like economics is one of the main coolest features. And in the future, some of the big ideas is like, hey, let's go create the next Soho House, right? Let's go donate to a charity and make sure the funds actually get there, right? Let's create or buy our own IP, right? And so these are the different big ideas that we want to do. And once the XPS token is transferable, then you'd be earning something that's liquid. But that's up to our members, not the core tech team.
Okay. Yeah. And that's sometimes that's what people forget about DAOs, is that the intention is not for you to direct what's going to happen next. And what we're going to do, you know, once a community's built and once more people are joining the membership, I know people are going to ask, so what are you going to do with the treasury and things like that? And that's the purpose of a DAO, is for Matt to not make that decision, but you get a vote. Hey, what do you want to do with the treasury? Do you want to save up and go buy an Ethereum validator? I mean, you could submit a proposal to do that.
Great idea. Also, yep. Very
Web3. True. Very Web3. That's a good point. So okay, no, that makes a lot of sense. How have you found? Have you found it difficult to get adoption for people? Like, have you found there's a lot of people who will download the extension and start using it? Or what's kind of been your experience so far since you started to kind of market this?
Yeah. And so I think everybody in crypto has these inherent sort of adoption obstacles, right? Have a wallet, have ETH, right? You've got to know about all this stuff. And so that's something that is a challenge. And like I said, we're trying to get past that by enabling, you know, a Google login, a Discord login, and all these other Web 2 features that will generate a wallet for you, right? And so that's tough right there. And, you know, the browser extension is not a final product, right? It is a stepping stone for where we want to go, right? 80% of the, you know, traffic is on mobile, right? And so you've got to build a mobile application. We have a POC, proof of concept that's under development right now. So we want to get to mobile, but that requires you to like start from scratch, right? Rather than, you know, monetize existing viewer behavior and viewership and, you know, the content that's already on YouTube. And so the browser extension is definitely tough, right? Because then you have to be on desktop, right? And, you know, most people are on mobile. And so those are some of the biggest challenges. But if you think about one, just Chrome alone and the distribution on YouTube, right? There's still 260 million monthly active users that are watching on desktop, pretty much on Chrome and some of these other Chromium browsers. And so there's a lot of market share to be had. And there's a lot of ways that we can iterate, which is what we're doing with the creator video contest. And really just earning sounds great. Your audience definitely appreciates it and they're super keyed into that. But most consumers just, they want to have fun, right? And so that's some of the learnings that we've picked up, and that's why we're constantly pushing updates and we're zeroing in on the user experience here.
Okay. Have you found it difficult in getting people over from the free to when they are actually minting a membership? I know they call it the paywall. And it's very difficult. I come from traditional marketing and it's like, oh, I can get anybody to do free stuff. But as soon as it comes to, oh, now you got to pay a little bit. Have you guys found that difficult, or what's been your experience there?
Of course. It's hard to get people to pay for things. They really need to understand the value. And one of the things that we're trying to figure out in terms of product market fit is making people understand the value of a membership. And I think the idea of creators of whether it's fitness, cooking, and people talking about RVs, right? That they're all in the same bucket together with their audiences. And so this is a very foreign concept. And so whether it's we pivot to creator DAOs to make it easier for creators to launch their own community and treasury, that might be in the works, but we're not pivoting away from the core idea here about capitalizing essentially YouTube. Because here's what I think, like I really look at these Web 2 video platforms and social media networks similar to banks, right? Where your hard work, your energy, which is going into making video content, and other people's time, data, and attention is going into watching that video content, is going into these platforms. And these platforms are just aggregating all this economic value and energy, and they're promising a return. 97% of content creators make less than the poverty line. Billions of viewers make $0 for their time and attention, right? Outside of amazing content, education, and entertainment, right? But it's the same thing with the banks. Your dollars go in, they promise a savings rate at 0.01%. And meanwhile, they're making a spread and monetizing the long tail. That is these Web 2 platforms in a nutshell. And so however we can do this and build different economic models on the side without trying to recreate YouTube, right? Because that's a quick way to burn a lot of cash is what we're trying to do. And so the browser extension, the creator video contest, the treasury, it's hard to get people to pay, but if they're having fun and they're supporting people like yourself and everybody's earning in the process, I think that's how we can start to really move the needle and get adoption.
Okay. I'm just thinking out loud. So did you guys say you've started on an app? Because one use case I guess I see as a creator is potentially just making the YouTube experience better for people. Because like you said, they're really the only way you can influence YouTube is you hit like and you can watch. But then even that, sometimes people are like, well, I don't really want to watch the whole video, but I want to give them I want YouTube to know I like this video. I just don't have time to watch it right now. So I don't know. Have you guys building an app, or where do you kind of see this going if you look forward, let's say 5 years or something like that?
I would say the app is interesting, right? And I think it's got to be in everybody's playbook to get onto mobile, right? But you don't want to recreate YouTube, right? The reason why TikTok was successful is because they said, hey, we're doing short form. It's going to be clips and we're going to show video immediately. And we're going to promote our smaller users or our newer users first, right? To get them that dopamine hit of followers and whatnot. So every video platform has to be different. And so tinkering with YouTube and trying to make it better, that's kind of like the extensions play in a way, by adding different utility and different ways to engage. We've thought about this, a better messaging system on top of YouTube, right? Because comments are tough, live video streams, that's only when, the creator's live like we're now, right? Otherwise, there's a billion people out there that share the same interests, but how do they communicate? So the social part, I think, is missing from YouTube a little bit. But I think what's really interesting is back to that creative as economic energy, right? Your video that you're producing is how can we take that, your existing library, and generate more value for you and for your audience? And so I think, we're leaning towards building a video data set, essentially, where we can train some AI. And so that's what we're really focused on after we launch the creator video contest. So the creator video contest is just, doing an extension update and launching a limited supply NFT. And so that's fairly easy to do with our existing tech. But, we really want to go into this, explore this idea of making your creative that economic energy more valuable than it is today, and also giving viewers an opportunity to earn as well.
Okay. Awesome. I like it. I love AMAs like this where my brain starts spinning. It's like, what else? What else can we do? And that's one advantage of getting in early, and a DAO is we're at a place where we could help shape the vision going forward. I mean, it's not like there's 10 million people using it like YouTube, where we've missed the boat. We can't affect how they're going to be doing things going forward. But something like this, we can. And what I've been doing recently is I just pull up Chat GPT. What are some features YouTube's lacking that I could build a platform to fix? And right away, you get 10 ideas right off the bat. So my brain is going to be going in that direction a little bit, just to kind of see what the future will bring.
I mean, you can see how disruptive and amazing this AI stuff is. And so, we're trying to blend all of these things together, blockchain, AI, and video. And we've got something in the works. And so I think that should be really fun to explore. We don't want to just be another AI app leveraging like ChatGPT's API. I think there's a little bit of a bubble going on here. But yeah, there's totally a ton of innovation around the corner. And I think that's kind of part of our thesis, right? The creator community is by nature creative, right? So by giving them resources and tools to deploy those resources, capital, right? Then innovation can really start to pick up.
Okay. Well, as a creator, I love that. And you're totally right. People misunderstand. YouTube does not make you very much money. Like, I'm in the DeFi space, I would be kind of a higher subscriber count than most. And I make like, off of YouTube ads, I make like $1,400 a month. I mean, I basically nothing. During the bull market, it was maybe like $2,500 a month. It was a little bit up, but it's not enough to feed your family. Like, I'm a full-time YouTuber, but YouTube alone could not pay for what I do. So I'm always open, looking for, okay, what are some other revenue streams and other ways. So I love going in that direction for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the same situation for like so many different creators, right? And look at kids today. They all want to be a YouTuber when they grow up, right? Well, 58% of our are already making content. And so this is not going away. So we need to change the economics. That's kind of the way I see it.
Yep, totally agree. So do you feel like we walked through the platform? I want to remind people the ways to get in. And is there anything we missed, or any features or aspects that you feel like we didn't get into and that you want to cover here?
Yeah, well, if you go to our MAJR DAO YouTube channel,
Ooh,
I'd love
sure.
this. We've got a video that maybe you can put in your live chat on what the extension will be like for the creator video contest. And just so I can explain that to folks and so our major membership is a uncapped supply NFT at a set price, right? So this is how we bring the entire video community, people in Indonesia, India, Argentina, into the community, right? It needs to be affordable for everybody. But the most of the trading and the economic value and really the marketing is happening on secondary markets with limited supply PFP NFTs. And so we're going to be dropping a test beta NFT by next week. And we're going to be, exploring the first iteration of this creator video contest with the extension. And so we've got a whitelist right now that's available for your audience to jump on board and get access to the creator ID is what we're calling it. And what that'll do is bring real utility to an NFT. And what I mean by that is not only will creators be able to submit videos into the contest, but so will their audiences, right? And then now the viewers can vote on the best videos that they've watched to support their favorite creators. And the creators with the most votes earn ETH, and that's generated from the membership sales. And hopefully that brings in more members, and that brings in more ETH for our users. And that is what we're launching. Big launch in a month. We'll be rolling it out next week to select groups of people, our early adopters and users. And we just want to make it fun. And so that's the next thing that, we're doing.
The next step. Okay. Well, I'm a marketing guy, so I'm going to end with calls to action for the audience. Okay. Always got to end with strong call to actions. So the first one, I'm going to ask you guys to do this. It's free. So I don't feel bad asking you to do free things. But if you're watching this video, I would appreciate it if you, at the very least, go and install the free extension and just try it out. Like go to my video. You can do someone else's videos if you want to, but just pull up the extension and just start messing around with it. Start adding tags, spotlight, and just start messing with it. So this is the free option. I don't see any reason that you wouldn't be able to do that. Now, if you like what you heard today, you liked Matt, you like the vision of what they're doing, the second call to action, which this one costs 0.01 Ethereum. So it does cost a little bit, but not very much. But I do have a referral link. So again, want to be upfront with that. But you can purchase one of these memberships. And I'm guessing since you're using CrossMint, you can do it with credit card also?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So you don't even need to, have your wallet or anything like that. You can purchase with your credit card. That's one big thing. Again, one of my passions is to bring normal people into crypto, into Web 3.0, and minting an NFT with a credit card is a great way to do that. So I love to see that you're doing that. So those would be the two major call to actions. Other ones do you have other call to actions that you might want from people?
Just go to our YouTube channel, join our Discord so you can make sure to not miss out on any of our information. And once again, get on that whitelist and these help us test out this video contest. And the first creator ID mint will be very, very affordable. And once again, it's a limited supply thing. You might like the art. Hopefully you do. But just, follow us along. We're always building, and we like to hear back from our community because we listen and we change.
Yeah. And this is a really smart way to build a product, is rather than just building what you think there should be and then finding out, oh, nobody actually wanted what we were going to build. But you get an MVP, minimum viable product, start building, then get feedback right away. Hey, we don't want the extra step of having to open up the extension. Oh, okay. Well, here's the way. Here's how you set up a keyboard shortcut to do that, and things like that. So I think you're going about it the right way. And I just want to be part of helping get the word out to people. So let me know as things continue to progress. Please keep me in the loop and just let me know tweets and maybe coming on for another AMA and all those things. But I would love to just get exposure to people.
James, thank you so much for having me on. You do such a great job of helping your audience learn about, how to improve their lives from a financial standpoint. Making consistent, high quality content is really hard work. So kudos to you. And thanks for, bringing some attention to MAJR and what we're building. And hopefully we can do this again sometimes.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, thanks, Matt, for coming on. And thank you, audience, again. I can't do anything. If you guys didn't decide to watch my content, I could be sitting here, filming content day in, day out to no avail. So I appreciate you guys. And Matt, thanks for building. I always appreciate builders. People don't realize how hard it is to build really anything. So I appreciate you building. And thanks for reaching out so I could share it with my audience. So I hope to be part of the journey going forward.
Great. I hope so too.
Awesome. Well, hey, everybody, hope this was helpful for you. Please do hit the like on your way out. If you're watching this as a replay, I always forget to mention this, but you cannot ask live questions if you're watching it as a replay. Okay, I get a lot of that. So if you have more questions, I would recommend jumping into the Discord, and I posted a link there. They're going to have better answers than I'm going to have. If you ask me questions, I'm going to go into the Discord and ask them. And so you can just take out the middleman and hop in the Discord yourself. But I appreciate all you guys, and I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.